guys, it's Emily from The Honest Consumer. As most of you know, we just moved to Seattle, and so I'm really excited to share with you this initiative that we are learning about called Imperfect Produce. It's actually not just in Seattle, it's in some other cities as well. But basically their mission is to reduce food waste by creating this network of farmers and producers and bringing ugly produce into the consumer's home through a subscription box. So what that means is ugly produce, there's so much produce that goes to waste each year. So I was kind of studying up on this before I collaborated with Imperfect Produce, and one of the articles I was reading, it was on The Guardian, and it said that it's estimated $160 billion of produce goes to waste each year. And then also on Imperfect Produce's website, it says that about 20% of fruits and veggies never actually leave the farms in the US because of how they look. And so ugly produce can mean a few different things, but a few examples are the size. It's fruits and vegetables are kind of, they have to go in a bag or a crate a certain way. And so if the size doesn't allow, the maximum amount or whatever that might mean, then it's ugly produce and it might go to waste or it might not get bought by a store. Another thing is the shape. So stores typically want like that perfect shape to fit on displays. So if it's kind of a wonky shape, then it also might get wasted. And also just kind of like marks and anything that kind of makes it look not perfect, obviously, or would turn the consumer off. And so it's kind of crazy to think that as consumers, when we're grocery shopping, we have this like ideal way that we want our food to look, and it causes so much of it to go to waste. And so another cool thing about Imperfect Produce is that they're committed to fair treatment of farmers. So obviously farmers can't always control how their produce looks when they're growing it. So a lot of times if the produce turns out imperfect, they lose out on sales, or the produce is left kind of to waste. And so Imperfect Produce kind of makes deals with their network of farmers to make sure that farmers are paid a fair price for this produce. And they have a network of 150 farmers and producers, and some of these are in the US and some of these are out. So basically they follow kind of the produce waste trail. So wherever there's excess fruits and vegetables, or wherever the need is, that's kind of where they source from. So I'm really excited to unbox this. I have a special discount code for you all that I will be listing below this video. This is my first Imperfect Produce box, and I'm really excited. I opted for the organic medium box, so there's different sizes and ways that you can customize your box. So depending on your budget, how many people in your household, there's different ways that you can work that out, how often you want it delivered. So currently I'm on the every other week plan, but there's options to get it delivered weekly if you're really into cooking or have a lot of people in your household. So it's super fun to kind of play with that and customize it. You can even customize some of the fruits and vegetables you want to have in there, depending on the week. So that's pretty cool. So let's get started. I definitely appreciate Imperfect Produce included this super cool chart that I'm gonna hang on my refrigerator. And basically it tells you where you should store different types of produce to keep the longest, so that your groceries last and you maximize that time and they don't go to waste. So here we have our unboxing. So we'll start with, we have some cilantro. Ooh, it smells really good. I think that I'm gonna use this to make huevos rancheros. That's one of my favorite breakfast dishes. Next, we have some squash. Look at these little funny shaped squashes. How fun is that? And we have a bunch of them too. So we'll put those right there. They're so cute. I found a really good recipe on Pinterest for squash salad. with like goat cheese and thyme, so it sounds really good. I will probably use these to make the squash salad. Looks like we have some zucchini here. See, and you can see on these, there's some marks just on the surface, but they don't actually go into the actual squash, so, or the zucchini, so it's like, it's perfectly fine, and normally these could have gone to waste just based on those little marks, so it's crazy to think how wasteful we are. We've got a couple onions in here. So yeah, once again, these have some kind of like dirt marks and scratches, but that's just on the surface. They're perfectly fine. It's on the inside that counts the most, right? We have some radishes here. So, I'll have to find a recipe for these. I love to cook, but I don't really use radishes that often. I like them, I guess I don't know what to use them in. We have lots of plums. I love plums, especially in the summertime. They smell good. Yeah, and you can see, so we've got some more just little basic surface marks that don't impact the taste of the food at all. So next we have some potatoes. These look perfectly fine. I honestly don't know. I don't know why some of this food would go to waste, but I'm glad that there's this wonderful business that's helping control that. And then we have some limes. These also look great. I might use these to make some fresh margaritas. That's always fun. And we have some beets, it looks like. I love beets. They're awesome in juices with like a little bit of ginger. Or like there's a lot of recipes online for a beet salad. Those are really good. And then we have so many carrots. I'm not gonna take them all out of this box, but there's so many carrots in this box. So as you can see, I got a lot of produce. And this was just a medium size box, so it is plenty of food for us. And I'm really excited to work with this and cook up some fun stuff. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on the recipes that I use with my imperfect produce. But another awesome initiative that this company is doing is how they give back. So they've partnered with a bunch of nonprofits, and they, because they're kind of saving this food that could have gone to waste, there's more food kind of accessible now. So they partnered with all these nonprofits. A few examples of them are 18 Reasons. So they provide free cooking classes for low-income families so that these families can learn how to create healthy meals on a budget. So that's super cool. And Farming Hope, they empower the homeless community by providing employment and training through their community gardens. So that's a super awesome initiative too. They actually have so many nonprofit partners. I don't have time to list them all off, but I wanted to give you an idea of what they're doing. So you can go to Imperfect Produce and kind of check out their nonprofit partners. So yeah, that is Imperfect Produce. Another really cool thing online when you go, like if you create an account, it shows you, it tallies up kind of how much of an impact you've had. So like just from my box, it said that 11 pounds of produce were diverted and saved, 63 gallons of water were saved, and 38 pounds of CO2 have been taken out of the air. So that is awesome, and obviously as you continue your subscription, your impact continues to grow. So I will be placing the link for Imperfect Produce and a discount code for you in the bottom of the caption. So hopefully you guys can try it out. It is in, let me read off the cities that they're in, because they're not everywhere yet, but they're expanding really quickly. So if they're not in your city, then maybe shoot them an email and kind of request it, and keep your eyes peeled on social media and all that stuff. So right now they're in San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, Orange County, Portland, Seattle, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Milwaukee. So it's quickly expanding. I think this is such a great practice to reduce food waste and make the most of the food that we're growing here, and to give food to those people who might not have it. So that's why I love that they're socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and they give back. That's awesome initiatives in a business. So I really hope that you all get the chance to try Imperfect Produce, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.